NKCS Art. Okay, in order to make your Romero Britto Hearts, you're going to want to get black. Make sure you can see all the corners of your paper. That way it doesn't mess it up when we go to fill it in with color. You want to make sure everything's on touching the edge of your paper. You're going to get your technical pen and go really thick, maybe like 15, or you can go all the way to 20. Keep that opacity at 100% though. We want it in a nice solid black line. And then you're going to take that Sharpie or technical pen and draw a ginormous heart on your paper. And then we're going to split that heart into sections that we're going to fill with different patterns. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a couple of lines from one side of the heart to the other side of the heart. And just kind of block off different sections so that I can have multiple patterns inside of my heart. And then I'm going to come up with different patterns, different line designs, and maybe polka dots, hearts to put inside of there. If you mess up, just hit the back arrow and then you can try again. When you make these lines, make sure the lines are touching another black line. They have to be closed, solid shape for us to be able to use the fill bucket at the top later to color it. So when you're doing your lines, just make sure everything touches. Your heart, all the patterns inside, they need to be touching another black line. So I did some lines, some checkerboards. I think I'm going to do some polka dots. Come up with a couple more patterns. This one I think I'm going to do like a spiral, but like a square looking spiral instead of just a circle one. And then on my final design, I think I'm just going to do some squares, like polka dot squares. Once you get those filled in, we're going to choose different colors and use that paint bucket tool at the top to drop in bright colors into the middle of our designs on our heart. So pick out some colors, use that paint bucket tool. If for some reason the paint bucket tool makes your whole page that color, there's a crack somewhere where your black lines aren't touching. You need to go fix that and then you'll be good. So I'm just going to kind of speed it up here just a little bit as I color in my heart for you. When we're done with that, we're going to be working on our background. To do your background, you're going to want to add another layer. So go to that plus sign and add a page. Then hold that page down with your finger and drag it underneath the heart. You can go to that eyeball and tap it so you don't see your heart anymore right now, and make sure that blue line is around that bottom page so it doesn't mess up your artwork. You want it on that separate page. I'm going to go back and get my technical pen in black, and I'm going to make it a little smaller this time. I think I made it around like a 7. I just wanted like a smaller, thinner line than I used for my heart. I'm just going to section off my background. It's okay if my lines aren't touching there in the middle, because when I put my heart back on, you won't see that. It will just cover it up. And then kind of like what I did with my heart, I'm going to come up with different line designs. So no, well, I guess you could do polka dots if you want to, but I think I'm going to stick with lines, like wavy lines, zigzags, just diagonal stripes on my background pattern. Again, make sure your lines are touching something, or else your color's not going to fill in, and it's just going to kind of mess up your paper. I think I'll do some zigzag lines here. And once I get my background patterns filled in, I'm going to use that paint bucket tool again to fill it in with different colors. I try to use a little bit lighter colors just by going up on that diamond part that you see on our color wheel, where you go up towards the white a little bit more. You don't have to do that. I just wanted a little bit lighter colors behind my heart and my background so that my heart would stand out more. So once you have all your lines touching and you have your patterns in the background, go ahead and start filling it in with color. I just use the paint bucket tool again and just go around and start filling in the colors that I would like in my background. Once you're done filling those colors in, what you're going to do is you're going to click on that eyeball again that's on that heart page over on the right, and when you click on that eyeball, it'll come back and you'll be able to see your heart again. So let me finish my background, then I'm going to hit that eyeball right there on the heart, and then it'll show my heart again. Then I'm going to go up to the T tool at the very top and click that and go ahead and add my name in the bottom right corner of my paper. Place it where you want it to be first and then hit done. And then once you're finished, you can go to the 3 lines at the top and you can go to save in your gallery and then go ahead and submit your work to me in Canvas.